I'm still recovering from 2 weeks ago because it was exhausting. That was good. Let me tell you, we did a show. Well, we had a show booked in West Virginia, the Bash at Beckley, right?
Right.
That was on a Saturday.
Okay.
But I had 2 appearances prior to the Bash. So I woke up that Friday. I think I was up at like 5 a.m., right? So tired. I meet Sandman at the airport. It was super early. I met him and I was going to TSA and he was like, I'm walking, and then we brushed shoulders with each other because he was on this side and I was on this side. So we get through TSA just so early and we're just sitting there and he's going, we're going to miss this flight. We're going to miss the flight. And then he gets his phone and he goes, hey Siri. My Siri just turned on my phone. He goes, show me, because we had a layover in Charlotte to get to Beckley, right? I'm sorry, to get to Huntington, because we were into Huntington, out of Beckley. So we had 2 different flights. Okay, so we had like a 42-minute layover, but we were in Terminal B. We had to get to Terminal E, and if anybody knows Charlotte, it's like big. It's a big airport. You gotta walk. Yeah, and like, Hack's not the best walker. He's like, I call him Moses because he's so friggin' old. You know what I mean? So he's going, we're not going to make it. So he starts to ask Siri, what kind of nightlife is there in Charlotte that we can do? Right? So I'm going, no, it's going to be fine. We're going to get there. It's going to be great. And he's like, our flight's not on time. Our flight was late leaving. It wasn't on time. So we knew it wasn't going to be on time. He's starting to like freak out and he's getting hot. And I could see in his face, he's getting mad. And he holds his phone up to me and it's a strip club. And he's like, this is where we're going tonight. And I'm just like, no, I'm not going to a strip club. We're going to make our appearance. Everything's going to be fine. So I get on the plane. We're on the plane. He walks on. He's pissed off, right? He sits down. Long story short, we get there. We had to really like hustle. Like, did you ever see like the mom's power walk? Like they're like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were power walking to the point of I was so blown up when I got to the gate. And here, their plane was late coming in. So we had like 20 minutes by the time we had plenty of time. So I'm telling him the whole time, we're fine, we're fine. So we get there. And we get picked up. This is the biggest SUV I've ever seen. It had like 3 rows. A lovely lady picked us up. I want to say her name was Alora, but I can't remember 100% what her name was, but she was so sweet. And she was like driving us around. So she picked us up from the airport. And then I think we had a half an hour till we were getting picked up for the first appearance.
Okay.
So Hack was like, I want to take a nap. I was like, you have 30 minutes. Like, what are you going to do in 30 minutes? Plus he was rooming with Fonzie. So Fonzie's standing there with no shirt on, smoking a cigarette. So I'm like, hey, as soon as we get out of the car. So anyway, we all get in the car. So it's me, Hack, Fonzie, Shane, Sabu.
Oh my God.
This girl and Moose. Okay. 7 of us. And we have to drive to the first shot. And the whole time Hack's going, how long's the car ride? And Moose would say 30 minutes. And he goes, you're lying. It's an hour and a half. I know, you're a liar. You're an effing liar. And the whole ride is just everybody screaming, cackling, talking. I'm exhausted. I've been up since 5. It's a mall. So we get there and we're in a mall. And here I sat between Shane and Chavo Guerrero, who is a doll. So nice. So we did the sign.
He didn't see that video we did about him, did he?
What did we do?
The video about him going off on Ray? Or, yeah, remember Ray?
No, Vicky.
Oh, no. Remember the video about them exploiting Eddie?
Oh no, well, he didn't say anything to me. I never
I was
knocked
thinking
him.
about that all. No. But we had it was pretty prominent. I was just wondering that all
I
weekend.
don't know. He didn't
Okay,
say
sorry.
anything about it.
Continue.
We talked about my SIBO, how serious of a condition it is. And let me tell you, these MFers were making fun of my SIBO the whole weekend. I wanted to kill everybody. But no, we had a really good turnout at this mall. It was really nice. Earl brought us in. So Earl, thank you so much for that.
Earl.
Do you know Earl?
No clue
Oh,
who
he's
Earl
great.
is.
Yeah, Earl's great. He was great. And then like after that, we went to Olive Garden at like 8:30 at night, which sat in my stomach like a friggin' brick, but it was so good going
And
down.
endless salad, endless breadsticks.
Endless salad. I had salad, soup, and I had one breadstick. And there was like 20 of us at this table. And Sandman decides to come on my side of the table and stand there. And he shoots a video, which is probably on his IG. And he's like, "Thank you all for being here to honor me." And we're all looking at him like he's friggin' crazy. And he gives this big speech, and I'm just like, "Get away from me." But it was fun. It was a good time. We ate dinner. And then by the time we got back to the hotel, I was exhausted. It's like, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock. I said, I have to go to bed. And Shane's like, "What? We're not getting a cocktail?" I'm like, "Nope, going to bed. See ya." So I just went in my room and I crashed. I was so tired. We had to wake up early the next day because we had a signing in Kentucky.
Right.
So we get in the car and it's the 7 of us again in this car. And now Hack is like, "Where are we going?" And we said Kentucky. And he's like, "Oh my God, how many hours is that?" And it was like 2 hours or something. But the drive was hilarious. It reminded me of being in ECW because I'm with my crew. And it was the most fun. Like we were talking about old times and we were talking about random stuff. And it was just like, you bitch and you moan, like, "I have an early flight, I have this, I have that." But then once you're there and with these people, everything just comes together. And we were just saying, "Would you believe this 30 years later? Would you think we were doing stuff like this?" We were all like, "No." Like, what? Like, my mind is blown. You know what I mean? And we were saying how blessed we are to be able to work together still because we all trust each other. We all love each other. And it's just that group, we have such a good dynamic. You know what I mean? And it was just, as long as these drives were and uncomfortable, it was just so friggin' fun. Like somebody would say something to pop the whole car. We'd all be belly laughing. And it was just a good vibe, a good time. We did the second signing, and then right after that, we had to get back in the car and drive to Beckley, which was like another 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever it was. And it was just, we were either laughing or Hack was cursing about how long the car rides were. So, such a good time. And then we had great turnouts at both of the signings. Went to Beckley, and what a show. First of all, there was catering, which I was like, "Look at this, nice catering."
Nice.
Beautiful building. Really nice building. Like, I don't know if you saw pictures of it, but like it went up, like it was a dome and like it went up. It was really a nice building. And you pulling up, oh, there's me. Yeah. You can't really see me that good, but there I am. I think they had like 1,100 people there for the show. But we did a meet and greet beforehand, like a 2-hour meet and greet. And yeah, I gave a low blow to Gary Tamron. That's hilarious. And he was like, "Oh, I have a hernia." And I was like, "I won't get a hernia, I promise you." I told everybody I fixed his prostate while I was down there too. It was hilarious. But yeah, that we worked heel. Fonzie was feeling for weapons, decided to grab my ass a little bit. It's okay. Look at Shane wearing your shirt. It's a good time. Beautiful sight, huh? Got to work with Brian Myers for the first time.
He's living out the childhood dream.
Told me it was a dream come true. Made my heart warm. It was great. And just fun. Just friggin' fun. working heel. Here's the thing. So we're heels. Sandman does a run in or a walk in, I should say, and he's a big baby face, right? So we're in the back and we're going over the match. And Shane kept saying, let Hack spank you. And I'm like, no, man, everybody knows me and Hack are cool, and he's EC Dub and we're EC Dub. And I wanted to make sense. So the tag team was like, well, we'll do it. Because the one kid's like, 15-year-old me would love to spank you in the middle of the ring, right? Getting around. And I just, like, when Hack kept trying to change the finish and do different things, and it was just like, it was a cluster in the back, but when we got out there, it just all came in place and it all worked out. And I was at ringside and I'm walking and I'm trying to heal people, and this one lady, she's probably younger than me, she was calling me every name in the book. And I'm looking at her and I said, well, so I start fighting back with her, and she's just cursing at me and she's calling me these names and blah, 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 blah. So I said, and I go, get out of here, bitch. Right. And I just keep walking. And there was this little boy with his dad. He must've been 9 or 10 years old. He came to the table earlier, and I said to myself, okay, I'm going to get him. So I went up to him and he goes, leave. And I go, no, you leave. And he goes, no, you leave. And I go, I'm not leaving, you leave. And he starts calling me like names, not cursing. And I go, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And his dad starts hysterical laughing. So I picked on this kid the whole time. But at the end, he comes to my gimmick table and gives me a high five.
That's great.
Because he loved us. He loved Shane and I. So it was just like, I was like, when Sandman did his entrance, I was just walking around telling everybody to sit down, and nobody would sit down because everybody's looking for Sandman. And one lady looked at me and was like, yes, ma'am. And she sat down in her chair. She was a little scared of me, but everybody else, yeah, there we are. Such a good pick, isn't it?
One of the best I've seen in ages.
New triple threat, baby. Or new members of the system. I don't know which way you can go.
That's true. It can go both ways.
It can go both ways.
It's ambidextrous.
It is. But it's such a good time. So fun with these guys. And, when you can go there and work and have a good time and not be stressed out and just with your friends. I say it all the time. It's just such a great feeling and a great weekend. And God, I'm lucky. I just wish I could do it more often, but these weekends are few and far between anymore, but it was so fun, just so fun. So, and Gary texted me and was like, we'll have you back. I was like, I hope so. It's just a bitch to get there, man.
Oof.
Yeah. It's like, I just wish there was like a direct flight. I wish there was a portal that I could just step through. And then 2 seconds later, here I am, wherever I need to go. Like in the movies.
How about where was it? How about this picture? This picture was pretty was this from the weekend? I saw you share this picture. It was pretty viral that you put out.
Yeah, that was from the weekend. That was over Moose's house. Okay. In front of his what is that? Appalachian.
His ACW.
AC Dub. Yeah. We had to take pics in front of a wall.
Yeah.
And I saw that and I was like, oh, let me see if I can get some traction on X.
Oh, it got some traction.
It did. People like it.
Yes. So. Which leads me to my it's a great picture. It's a great picture. But then this guy here. How's that work out? He said, I look 52. You don't look 52. How's that work out? And it's just his profile picture.
Yeah.
And he's just making a funny little face. I don't know why that just made me laugh as I'm going through.
Well, he wants to know how come he looks 52 and I don't.
But it's just the funny face he's making.
Yeah. He's like,
it's just like it's his face is just like,
yeah, merp.
So there you go.
There you go.
Catch something.
Yeah, so fun, man.
Great
so
picture.
Fun. Great fans, the fans out there in the boondocks are great. It was just a good time. Everybody was very pleasant, very polite. And and the baby was there. Do you remember when I missed it last year and the baby had Future Queen of Extreme? She was there with her mom. And it was such a doll. And the lady, the girl was just like, my husband loves you. You can write whatever you want on this picture. I will not take offense. I was like, are you sure? She's like, you can write whatever you want, dirty, not dirty. I don't care. Write whatever you want to my husband, blah, blah, blah. I was
Oh,
like, okay.
geez.
But it was the baby, and she grew considerably because a year went by. But
Right.
how cute. So cute. She didn't have on the
Yeah.
onesie anymore, but she was there. She had a big yellow bow in her hair, and just really nice people, very fun. So hopefully I can come back to Beckley. And I threatened Moose. I was like, we're done unless you book me for something. I said, come on, we're a crew. This is the crew. You got to keep us together.
That's awesome.
Good times.
That's cool. Very nice. Looked
Yeah,
like a lot of fun.
Yeah, totally. Got to do it while I can. Got to do it while I'm a young 52. You know what I'm saying?
Well, 52 is the new 32.
That's what I said. I got a couple people that I was like, no, it's not. I feel like saying, did I ask you? I didn't ask you.
Jeez, wow, what a jerk.
Yeah. And one guy goes, yeah, I'd say 42, not 32. It's like, ah.
Oh, ouch. Good Lord.
Did I ask you? I didn't ask you. It wasn't a question. It was me saying it. I wasn't asking anybody to comment. Turds.
What a jerk. The jerk of all jerks.
Yeah. They ran out of you at the jerk store.
The jerk store called. They're running out of you. Well, you're the biggest all-time seller.
Oh my God. So anyway, since we're freestyling, what's in the news?
Well,
things we didn't get to talk about.
A couple things. What do you want to start with?
Let's talk about how rich MJF is, if it's true.
Holy crap.
Is he rich or what? At
He
what,
said,
27?
Here's how the negotiation went with Tony Khan. Tony Khan said, what do you want? He said, $100 million.
Dang, man. So it was reported that he got a cool 15 mil. Is that what I read?
That's the rumor.
For 3 years?
Is it 15 a year or 15 total?
Year?
I thought it was 15 a year. That's where I thought it was like stupid. It was so much. Oh my
God, maybe it is.
I thought I saw 15 a year. Look, it makes more sense if it's 15 total, because 15 a year, I mean, that's like The Rock money.
That is phenomenal. Well, didn't they pay Mercedes Moné like 10 million or something?
Wow, I don't know
read
the numbers
that
on
somewhere
that.
as well. Look, I'm not hating. That is phenomenal. If you can get that kind of money, you get that kind of money. But how do I get that kind of money? Where do I go for that kind of money? I think that's crazy. And him being so young. I mean, my God, awesome.
That's incredible. No,
it is incredible.
Million, and it's like, I'm not to saying anything disparaging, but you got to bring in the 15 million to pay the 15 million.
He's over.
He is. I that promo. We even talk about the promo? Did we talk about that?
Yeah, you said you didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I did not like it.
I did. I disagree with you. I liked it a lot. So we're okay to agree to disagree on that.
Oh, here we go. MJF breaks silence on AEW contract. Let's see what he says here.
He says, listen, you marks, I got $45 million.
I'm making a ton of fucking money.
Is that what he said?
Yep.
Okay. Well, there you go. Right from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any better than that.
As far as when the contract ends, that's nobody's business but my own.
Good for him. Good for him.
Go.
Again, not hating on anyone, but that is a shitload of money. God, first thing I would do with that is just buy a house. Big ass house.
Yeah.
With a big ass pool in the back. And then get a butler and a chef, a maid. Get them all. And just sit there.
Now, would you buy your house right next to the entrance to the Magic Kingdom or what?
I would buy a house on Disney property. Golden Oaks, I think it's called.
Is that, yeah, that could be possibly the coolest place to buy a house.
Absolutely would. The thing that I don't get about that area is, like, if you spend, like, let's say 7.6 million, you still have to pay fees to live there.
Really?
Yeah.
Like an HOA?
Yeah. You have to pay like fees. I watched one real estate guy on YouTube, and they always show those homes, and they were like, yeah, it's 7.8. And then, $250,000 a year for fees. And I'm like, what fees? You're buying your own home. Like, I don't know. I don't know
that's
what
weird.
you're getting for the extra, $250,000, but my God, if you could afford that, then so be it. But yeah, that's where I'd buy a house.
Yeah, I mean, just if the amount of money, that they're talking about, if that's true, I mean, that's setting a precedence, maybe more on the AEW side for guys that want to go there more than it is that guys that are going to stay at WWE, because guys that are going to stay in WWE is going to go, hey, listen, we know what we're going to be doing. We know what we're going to offer you. If you want to go to there's an advice show about this. If you want to go to AEW and take that money, go right ahead. But if you want to watch the prelude, it's on Vice in a 4-part series right now.
So I just read an article, and I don't know how accurate it is, but they were saying the average salary for a WWE wrestler these days is $350,000 to start. But they're paying their own like hotel and like road expenses, which it does not include flights because the company pays for. Well, they always did pay for flights. I don't see you paying for your own flight, but I guess talent's still paying for hotels on their own unless you're like one of the huge stars that get everything taken care of. So $350,000 a year compared to 15 million. I mean, come on.
Good Lord. See, again, like that's where when somebody talks about when they get released and it's the end of the world and they think they have no future, is that one of the biggest benefits when you're released, is that kind of stuff is now going to be covered by the promoters and the people that bring you in, is the hotel and the trans and all that stuff?
See, I never had to pay for any of that.
Oh, really? Interesting. You never had to cover any of your hotel expenses?
Nope.
Wow. See, I always thought that was something that you guys did, and then you had to submit, receipts.
Most did. I didn't.
Oh, look at the Queen of Extreme and her little negotiation tactics.
Yeah. Now in when I worked for WWE, I stayed with Shelly Martinez. Her room was covered because developmental they weren't making that much money, so developmental got their hotels covered. So that's why I didn't have to spend any money on the road or rental cars or anything. But with ECW, I had everything covered.
Interesting. I like that.
Me too.
But again, but what I was saying, back to, some of these talents that have to cover that stuff when they get out on the indies,
right?
They're facing a whole new world that
right.
The first person that says, okay, give me your flight information, they're going, for what? They don't know that. They don't know that they're going to get that stuff covered. And now they're in a whole new realm of, okay, well, I get to pocket a couple extra dollars because I don't have to worry about flying myself in. I don't have to worry about a rental car. I got a person picking me up and driving me to and from. So it's interesting, that WWE would still be in that kind of, I don't know, thought process of the talent paying for it.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think airline fees are covered. I think their flights are covered, but like rent-a-cars weren't covered. Hotels weren't covered. That's why you would see 4 to 5 guys in a room splitting cost, because if you're staying at the TV hotel, it's usually expensive. And, who wants to spend $250 on a hotel? So they just cram a bunch of guys into a room.
Yeah.
Then you're paying $50 instead of $250. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
makes sense.
Yeah, it does. But good for him. Good for him. Good for Mercedes. Jordynn Grace was another name that popped up. She's been on NXT. I read that for 3 appearances, she made over $100,000, which is not chump change.
No.
At all. Don't know if it's true or not, but that's what's floating around. So again, that's being paid, I guess, through WWE because it's NXT.
And yeah, TNA not really going to be paying that much money, I don't think.
I don't know. There she is. Yeah. So there was a picture. Somebody did a side-by-side with Shawn Michaels in a chef hat with the little girl. And then he had the chef hat on with the picture of Jordynn Grace. They were comparing. side by side, trying to say Jordynn Grace was the little girl in the vignette like so many years ago, which I don't know if she probably was not, but it was cute.
Her arm is bigger than his arm, right?
Yeah.
Her arm is bigger than his arm in 1995.
Well, she's a bodybuilder.
I mean, she is jacked.
Yeah, she totally is jacked. And she's making waves. She's turning heads. And I think they said her contract expires in 2025, if I'm not mistaken. So she still has some time left with TNA, but who knows what's going to happen with all these crossover. People are teasing on the internet. I saw New Day was teasing like they're going to come for the Systems tag titles for TNA, and they were going back and forth on socials. So who knows who's going to end up where? There's some kind of agreement going on.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was thinking about Nick Nemeth, and him being in WWE for 19 years and listening to that awesome interview that we had a couple weeks ago on these airwaves with Nick Nemeth, and then a WWE TNA crossover. Some of those dream matches that TNA and WWE could have, Nick Nemeth kind of had all of them already. So it's like, if you were going to have all those crossovers, would Nick Nemeth be involved? Would he be Dolph Ziggler, or would he be Nick Nemeth? It's one of those things. It's like, this is so odd that they're working together. What are they going to do? Is this a one and done? Is this it? Or is it just Jordynn Grace? I can't see it being impactful, the other way around. It means more to TNA for them to be on NXT than WWE to go the other way.
Right. But it is cool. I mean, I watched the one segment. Forgive me, I don't know what the girl's name is in NXT, but I did read that the girl didn't know who was coming out until Jordynn Grace came out the curtain. She had no clue, and they never, apparently they never bumped into each other in the back. And they, like, when they did the rehearsals, like, they played Lita's music to throw her off. Like, it was just like, she had no idea.
Really? I didn't see that.
That's what I read. And
That's cool.
Yeah. And here it was Jordynn Grace, and she got an outstanding pop from that NXT universe. So,
Roxanne Perez.
Okay, there you go. So I think it's good for business. It's shock value. It's like, you never know who's going to end up where, which is a cool thing, and it's edgy. Like we said, sometimes wrestling's predictable and it gets stale fast. So if they keep throwing curveballs at the fans and doing stuff like this, it must see TV again, because you never know who's going to end up on what show.
Interesting.
Could be a way to hike up those ratings, get those numbers up.
Will it have that same impact when Jerry Lawler appeared in the ECW arena? That same
oh my
God moment, will it have that same thing if the lights go out and all of a sudden, they come back on? And let's pick a WWE guy. Jey Uso is standing in the middle of the TNA ring.
Who was so over, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. Him is super over.
So over. I don't know. I think it's good for business. I think it's a good move, and it keeps people on their toes. It keeps it interesting, and you never know who's going to go where and what's going to happen. And I like it. Nothing bad to say about it. Keep doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to appear at my local indie show coming up at the end of June. So
I heard that after Lita's music, they played one Queen of Extreme's music right afterwards.
Which song is that?
Yeah,
Paradise City.
One of the entrance themes that you used.
I've only had 42,000 of them.
Yeah, they used one of them. They flashed your screen, your graphic up there. Yep, and everybody was like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels personally started running because he thought Shane might be with you. He started running in the other direction.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, just judging by the camera, he's looking in the other direction. So.
You need to shut your mouth. The views are not mine. They're
I got one. I got that one in for my buddy.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So interesting times, lot of good talent out there. So I think we'll be seeing some cool stuff in the future. and I'm excited about it.
Possibly.
Yeah. I'm still watching the TNA pay-per-view. Last night just got to the entrances for Mercedes and Willow. Didn't get to watch the match. I'm watching like two matches.
You said TNA.
Oh, I'm sorry. AEW. I'm sorry. Yeah, AEW. It's a 4-hour pay-per-view.
Yeah, I heard
Double or nothing.
4 hours and 32 minutes or something.
It's like forever. So I'm like taking like 1 or 2 matches a night, and I was just getting ready to watch the girls, and then like my daughter came up and I needed me for something, so I had to go.
Yeah, I listened to Jim Cornette reviewing it, and they were talking about including 2 pre-show matches on top of it, and it's like that's too much. Like it's way too much wrestling.
Well, it's their technically it's their WrestleMania. So like think about it. WrestleMania is in 2 nights. How many hours is it per night? 4 hours or something? You're getting like 8 hours of wrestling. So this is their WrestleMania. Like so this is the only pay-per-view I think that they go this long for. But it's like I don't have a 4.5 hour block to sit there and watch. I have to do it in parts, and it's taking me forever. But I did watch Malachi and Adam Copeland.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Have you seen that match?
I only saw the spot at the end.
Whoa. That was some good shit. I mean, it was, again, the one part I didn't like was when they did the barbed wire on the head. It's like the crucifixion angle could just flashed in my face. I was like, oh no, they're not going to do this, are they? Like they put it on and I didn't like that part, but that's just me, and don't come at me for it. I just don't like that shit. But everything else, when the House of Black came out and they're both selling on the outside, and then they go and they stand with Malachi first, and then they leave him and they go to Edge. They go to Adam, and the place erupted because they thought it was a babyface turn, and they give it like 10, 20 seconds, and then they just start beating the shit out of him and the boo. It was just good storytelling. Really, really good. Lots of blood, and you can see where he broke his leg.
Yeah, no, you could. That's what I saw. You could.
So I mean,
clearly.
And then when Gangrel, Dave came out from it was just so, and I loved it because he got such a good pop, and I'm like, good, F you WWE for saying nobody will remember him. Yeah, are you crazy?
Dropped the ball. Huge.
Oh my God.
Huge swing and a miss.
That pissed me off so bad. So I was so happy he got such a huge pop.
Huge swing and a miss. And when we had him on, we basically were like, I think all 3 of us were telegraphing them using him for that WrestleMania, and whiff.
So good.
But no, that's where Tony's like history as a fan is awesome. Mm-hmm. Like he can hit the nail. If he's got access to it, he can hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good match. It was a lot of blood. Lots of blood. But really, really good storytelling. So I enjoyed that.
But I'll give as much as I can rip stuff I see in AEW, stuff going on in WWE ever since WrestleMania, like not that great, not very good. Have you seen the love triangle that they're trying to start?
I mean, the Liv Morgan domination. Yeah, I'm not really following it.
No, it's kind of stupid.
I'm not following the story. Rhea Ripley is not on television, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So they're making it like Liv is stalking Dom Mysterio?
Stalking / seducing.
Okay.
And it's just
is it to get back at Rhea?
I guess.
At the angle?
Yeah, I guess that's how they're doing it, but they're making her like she's crazy. And like he's backing off, but it looks like, excuse me, in the dark segments after the shows, like that's where she like really gets him. I don't know, just I like him as part of that faction.
Yeah,
and then they put his dad on the same show as him, which the whole point of taking him away was to separate him as a character. Now they're just tangling him in a love triangle. That's like Vince booking. You know, is actually booked better when Vince was around. It's really he went from being this massively heat magnet hated heel to now he's just in a stupid love triangle. I don't know. I think it's bad booking. It just
because at the pay-per-view he tried to help Becky.
Yeah, like
with the chair, and I said, are they turning him face? Like, what's going on? And is Liv the heel here? Because again, I don't watch the buildup. I just been watching the pay-per-views just to see what's going on, so I didn't know the backstory really. But I saw a picture of them kissing. So I don't know where
she like forced herself on him.
Okay.
So that one's kind of weak. And then AJ Styles did a fake retirement, very similar to the very like iconic Mark Henry fake retirement from 11 years ago, where he had the salmon jacket and then he beat the crap out of Cena. Okay. It's hard to be in a program with Cody Rhodes right now because you kind of know how it's going to go. It's like Hulk Hogan back in the day. So he fake retires, whole ceremony. Cody does this whole emotional promo, cries in the middle of it. And then he beats the shit out of Cody. And now we have another AJ Cody program. Right?
Wouldn't it be great if he dropped the belt to AJ?
Like, I have to say, they have to do that to make it you reinvest. But you're just going to say, oh, Cody's just going to win again.
So AJ's contract is coming up, right?
Yes.
Do we know if he's resigning?
I don't know, but it's believable if they did this fake retirement that maybe he gets one last, main event run here again with Cody throughout the summer. If The Rock's not back.
SummerSlam?
You got to think.
Interesting.
But, yeah, it was great promo on both sides. AJ was awesome. Cody was great. Cody made you get in there. And again, he made himself cry. It was, he said I only sent you one text message, and it was after that show was to check on you to make sure you were okay. And it was good. And then AJ gave him the Styles Clash off the steps to the floor, and the Good Brothers were there.
Oh
yeah, it was great. It was very well done. But it's okay,
where's this going?
Yeah, and who's gonna win this program? I wonder who it's gonna be. So it's too predictable. But I also think they're building Gunther for Cody.
Well, he wrestled him at the other pay-per-view I watched, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and it was a ridiculously good match from what I heard. But I think he won the King of the Ring.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he won the King of the Ring. Yeah, and then I'm sorry, AJ wrestled.
Yeah, that's Cody. Right.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I think they're building Gunther up for Cody eventually.
Yeah, he's impressive.
Yeah,
that's the first time I watched him work on Gunther, and he was really impressive.
Yeah,
and at first he came when he won, because Triple H comes in the ring to give you the crowns, to present your crown or whatever. And he thanked him like a baby face, but then I'm waiting, and then he turned, and I was like, oh, thank you, because he's got that, because he's a foreigner, and he's got that he reminded me of an 80s character, but that's what the throwback comes off somebody from just that other country who would bring the flag in and
100%.
But get everybody to shout USA at and stuff like that. So he's really impressive, really good worker. I enjoyed his match. It was really good. But again, is it enough to make me watch Raw and SmackDown every week? I don't know. I don't find myself there's so many nights I sit here and I'm I need something to watch. And I always go to YouTube. I don't even think to turn wrestling on. And I should turn on, because, all these nights there's something on. There's got to be a show on, right? And I never think to turn wrestling on. I'm always watching stupid YouTube, clip after clip after clip.
What's the go-to right now?
For YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm either watching slot videos, makeup videos, blackhead removal videos, Dr. Pimple Popper.
This disgusting. Okay, continue.
Disgusting videos. Or my son got me into, would you eat this? Zach Chow. It's these shorts, and he's real quick to make food, and then he eats the whole thing. But it says like, would you eat this? And you see him prepare the food, cook the food, eat the food. I don't know. They're shorts, so it's in a minute. But he does all this in a minute, and then 99% of food's deep fried. And all the comments are the same: heart attack waiting to happen, cholesterol, arteries clogged. But he cooks like different food, but everything is deep fried. He'll make a grilled cheese with 40 pieces of cheese.
Oh my God.
Deep fry the whole sandwich. Yeah. Look him up.
I'm gonna do it right now. What's the name again? It's
I don't know. Is it Zach Cho? CHOI or Zach Choi? I don't know.
Yep, Zach Choi.
He's always doing. Would you eat this?
Is it Zach Choi ASMR?
No, that's when you have to go to shorts. The ASMR is like him cooking, and you can hear the.
Okay, so I'll never ever watch this just because of the visuals of the just I can't look at this. This is gross. Just some of these things, that's disgusting.
Oh, but that's the ASMR. But see the big block? That's like cheese and stuff. He deep fries like this big ass block of cheese.
I mean, you could say that looks like something else. No. The picture is the guy
eating it.
Yeah, but his mouth wrapped around it.
That's why you have to watch the shorts, because the ASMR is mostly like him biting the food and stuff. But the shorts, it's like he just eats it real quick, but he shows you preparing the food. And he cooks some really cool stuff, but it's all deep fried. And it's like, how the hell does he eat this stuff? He's thin. He looks like he's in shape. He eats all crap.
Yeah, I don't get how you could be like a stick and eat that crap.
Yeah, they must work out like fiends. But I like watching, I don't know. I like watching people cook and eat. I don't know. That's what I watch.
You want to know what I'm watching?
Yeah.
5 abandoned remnants of the old MGM studios.
Okay. That's interesting.
Jim Cornette reviews the Elite's promo and confrontation with Christopher Daniels.
Okay. Great.
What's another one we have here? Kevin Nash on the fake leg spot.
Okay.
And,
is that when he got out of the wheelchair?
No, it was when Shawn Michaels versus Diesel. Diesel's last match on pay-per-view. Mad Dog Vachon was at ringside, and they pull his leg off and use it as a weapon.
Nice.
Then there's a show called Dudesy that I listened to with Will Sasso from Mad TV.
I like him.
And the show it's hilarious. The show is run by AI. So AI books the show to however AI wants and utilizes Will Sasso's impressions to like make the pace of the show go.
Like have a conversation?
Like dictate what they're going to talk about. So it'll be like, all right, I'm trying to get Dudesy's trying to get sponsorships for the show. They've gotten sponsorships for us, so they want Will Sasso to read the sponsorships in the voice of Jesse Ventura.
Oh my god!
And it's just it's the
hilarious.
stupidest shit. And he reads it as Jesse Ventura. And honestly, I can't drive and listen to it at the same time.
I have a little bit of a crush on Will Sasso, I think.
Really? Oh, I bet you if I could try to get him on the show, he would die. If he heard that.
I think I do.
A wrestling fan.
Yeah, I think I love his Sopranos impression. James Gandolfini oh my god, dead on, spot on. But I think he's brilliant, and there's just something attractive about him, and I'm always just like I love Will Sasso.
He does a hilarious Jesse Ventura. He does a hilarious Hulk Hogan,
and he does a really good Scott Hall.
He does.
Did you hear him do Scott Hall?
I think I have, but
yeah,
those
good.
two specifically, the Ventura and the Hogan.
Yeah.
If you're not a wrestling fan and know it, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
It's just like it's so damn funny. So those are the ones that are popping up on the top of the feed. But just Disney question: have you gotten a chance to watch the Tiana's Bayou?
I have.
Okay, thoughts. I got to get your impressions.
Okay,
on
we're
it.
switching gears, guys.
Gotta
Sorry
switch
if you don't like
gears.
Disney, but I do. So what I did was I watched it first from a POV, and then I watched it side by side next to Splash Mountain.
Okay,
You have to do
that's
that.
that's the toughie one.
Yeah,
Yes,
you have to do that if you haven't done it. My first thought was, I don't like it. I'm not digging this. Something's missing. What is missing? Then when I watched it next to Splash Mountain, I had a whole new perspective on it. And now I like it. I thought initially, I just thought there wasn't enough like the story that they're trying to tell is, I guess you're going to a party.
okay, yeah.
Ultimately, you end up at like a party where you're going to have beignets and you're going to celebrate and whatever. So the animatronics, I saw all these animatronics before the ride was visible to us,
right?
And I saw the fluence and how they moved and how special they are compared to like the animatronics that we have today. They are above anything that Walt Disney World has produced. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're very, very realistic and weird.
Fluent, just not even weird, lifelike.
Yeah, that's like they brought the characters from the cartoon to life.
Like,
it's very
exactly.
It's out of this world.
Yeah, they're beautiful. But then like I saw them and it was just like, here's Tiana and she's telling you, hey y'all, you're gonna go to a party, and it's just her. And it's kind of like 3 seconds go by and she's gone. And then it's like, you see the alligator and then he's like, oh, hey, blah, 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 blah. And the only scene that I thought was breathtaking was at the bottom when you come down the large flume and you see where the boat used to be with all the characters from Splash. That's a beautiful scene. Like, I love it. But all the other scenes, it's kind of just like, it's one animatronic or one or two. I don't know. I think they could have done more. There's a lot of screens. If you notice, did you notice that? Yeah. It's like,
yep.
I don't know. And then there's like a lot, it's very colorful and the greenery is beautiful, but I feel like they could have put more in there. I don't know. And like everybody, like all the comments were like, the Splash Mountain story so much better. They could have did a better storyline for this ride. And I was just like, maybe that's true.
So maybe they could have just refurbished Splash Mountain a little bit. And I think they were a little too quick to just pull the plug because Splash Mountain and the characters are tied to some old things that they wanted to get rid of.
They're changing everything.
Yes, and they wanted to just get rid of it. So they brought Tiana in and they just didn't put the thought in that maybe should have gone into it.
Maybe, I don't know. But I can say that, it's a beautiful ride. I just feel like they could have done more. Because it seems like there's so much empty space. Like, watch it again. When you're riding through, there's just like things that are empty. Things that should be there and they're not. And it's like, did you not want to spend the money? You just put up a sign or put up a pumpkin or a flower or something. Like they could have. I just think they could have did so much more. But the end scene's beautiful.
Interesting.
I love it. Yeah,
no, I agree. I watched it quickly.
I won't go on it. I'm not going to go on it because number one, I don't like to get wet.
Same.
And number two, I don't like big drops. So that leaves me out. But I did want to watch it and see what they did with it. So I don't know. A lot of people, from what I read, the consensus is not good.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you, I saw the Garfield movie.
Oh, did you love it?
I did. I fell asleep for 15 minutes in the theaters. We went to the theaters.
You fell asleep in the theater?
Fell asleep, yeah. So what happened was we had a night where you know what it was? I think we recorded that day. It was the night that the little one got sick.
Oh, you were tired.
And yeah, we recorded. Remember, I was going to see the movie afterwards. Right. And I said we listened to the episode. You said, wow, you seem tired today. I fell asleep for about 15 minutes, but the movie is actually not bad.
Okay.
It's if you get a chance to see it at some point with the kids, not
Yeah,
bad.
I want to watch it. I already
Yeah.
told my son. I was like, we should watch the Garfield movie.
Yeah, it's
You know?
pretty good. And now, they they give you a little backstory on Garfield, like how he got to John and
Mhm.
how he was a little kitten, and you
Oh.
get to meet Garfield's father.
Oh,
Yes, so it's good.
interesting.
And Garfield's voiced by Chris Pratt,
I
who
love
is
Chris Pratt.
the voice of everything now. So he's quirky. So Garfield's, instead of
Fun.
being like the Bill Murray dry character, he's like
Yeah.
a quirky character now. It's good. The kids loved it.
No mother?
They didn't
Just
go
the
into
father?
that. No, just the
Hmm,
father. I mean, it's
interesting.
2024, so we don't ask questions.
Oh, okay. I was just
I mean, we
wondering.
don't ask questions. Hey,
Just
listen,
I was just asking.
don't ask questions.
Okay. All right.
Those female cats have those kittens, and sometimes they just abandon them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll look into that. What's coming up for me? I have a show coming up
Yes, you do.
that I'd like to plug. It's I believe the theme is Every Child Wins. And it is.
Every child wins.
Is that correct? Yes, it is. Saturday, June 29th, Tippecanoe County Fairgrounds in Lafayette, Indiana. VIP admission starts at 4 p.m., general admission at 5. And then the show is from 6 to 8. And it benefits the Muscular Dystrophy Association. It's myself, Shane Douglas, Sandman, and Bill Alfonso, along with a plethora of talent. And it should be a good time. So we're going to be signing, and I believe all of us are doing something on the show that evening. So it should be a good time. Come out if you can. Heated Shenanigans and Scott Hewlett is bringing us in, so we appreciate that, and wanted to plug that because it's approaching before our eyes. It'll be gone before you know it.
Yes, and the rumor has it is that the triple threat is undefeated in Tippecanoe.
Is that what it is?
That's the trivia. Yep,
Okay.
triple threat is undefeated in Tippecanoe.
Tippecanoe
Yep,
County Fairgrounds.
that's right.
All right.
Undefeated.
Well, see what kind of trouble we can get into. Oh, look how close we are. Whoa. Hey.
It's extreme close up.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right. But that's what I have coming up. So, gearing towards that. And that's about it. This was a hodgepodge of information today.
Yes, it was.
It's a good time. I like it. It's like what do they call that? Not potpourri.
Smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord? Charcuterie board.
Oh man. Can Liz make a mean charcuterie board?
Oh yeah, if I ever come back to your house, that's what I want. I want the meats and the cheeses.
She'll fold that meat over. She'll get that cheese placed. Oh,
lovely.
crackers all around. She'll do that in her sleep.
Good.
She lives for that.
I like that.
And she'll be like, "Look at it," and I'm like, "Oh, it's great."
Just let me eat it. I don't want to look at it.
I don't care.
You get a nice charcuterie board and a good bottle of wine. What a night. Good conversation. Oh,
just put the stupid thing out and let me pick. I don't really care about anything else. Just let me pick.
Okay.
Let me pick.
Well, there you go.
Pick a little bit.
All right. Do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, let's plug TikTok.
TikTok, don't stop.
TikTok growing like crazy.
Is it? We're out of control.
Out of control at ECW Francine podcast
on
TikTok.
How did my me and Sandman go over in our Greatest American Hero?
The organic reach of the Greatest American Hero. Yep. It's definitely out there. I gotta say, the biggest video on TikTok is one Nick Nemeth.
Oh, what's he doing in it?
He's talking about what was he talking about?
My podcast, how great it was.
Nick Nemeth was talking about an A-lister that he may have thrown around like a globetrotter.
Oh! Forgive me. I thought you meant his channel had the.
No. I'm talking about our video.
Okay, got you. I'm thinking, what is he talking about?
No, that's our most successful TikToker.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nick Nemeth throwing an A-lister around like a globetrotter. But who was that A-lister?
Well, if you don't know by
Cliffhanger.
now, you're never going to know.
So
Listen to the podcast.
at ECW Francine podcast on
can I say-
TikTok. Yes.
Yeah. Let me say something. I was told by so many people that was the best interview I've ever conducted on this channel.
I 100% agree.
I don't know. I was just asking the hard questions.
It was great. I mean, you know, and it like the fact that it was an hour and 10 minutes was like, I haven't seen him do an hour and 10 minutes anywhere.
We could have been longer.
You could have.
I cut it short.
I know you could have.
I felt bad. And then we talked for like 20 minutes after, and I was like, okay, gotta go.
That was fantastic.
Keeping him, but
No,
he's
so
such a nice guy. So nice.
Yeah.
So
Covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, it was a good one. If you haven't heard it, go back and listen. Go back and listen to all of them. And if you don't want to listen, click it and walk away. Just let it run.
If you don't want, click it on your iHeartRadio app. Click it on your favorite podcast app. And if you want to catch the video, head on over to YouTube. And the video in its full form is on the membership tier, which for $5.99, you get the full hour and 10-minute unedited video of Nick Nemeth and Francine shooting a breeze for that entire episode of Eyes Up Here. And it's all on there right now. If you want to go click membership, $5.99, 1 month. You get everything, 50 plus videos, full episodes, exclusive videos, and access to old videos from our Patreon.
And not only is it the most watched video that we have on TikTok, but Nick is also the most watched video on our YouTube page. Yeah. And so I texted him and told him that, and he sent me the emoji of the girl painting her nails. Like, yes, that's me.
What? Yeah. What does that mean?
That's like, yes, I know. I'm over. I'm cool. Like, you know. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you.
That's great.
But we're over 50,000 views.
That's awesome.
Might even be higher than that now. So
just imagine if I was on the episode too, 51,000 maybe.
I think we would have been a negative 40.
Come on, you can't be negative.
That's why this is going so well, because
we have to at least watch it, you know. And I sat there, and I swear to God, you think of the lines that you want to use afterwards. How did I not use the line when we did the episode afterwards that you upgraded after Nick Nemeth was on the episode?
Oh, is that
how did I not use that line on the next episode? Like, what a missed opportunity.
I would have debunked that so quickly.
Damn it. True.
Not
if it was me and Nick Nemeth, I think the screen might explode.
I think the video would have bombed because it needs the queen. But we have so many good interviews on the channel, and we have to pick a live date. We really need to pick one.
We're gonna put our heads together in a couple of minutes, and we will do that.
Yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we'll let y'all know. But if you want to follow him, you can follow him at
Chad EMB on X.
Yes, and if you want to follow me across the board on social media, you can find me at ECW Diva Francine. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying healthy, and most of all, I hope you are staying extreme.